Chevy Vortec V8 GMT800 truck, spark plug tip, no one knows, but Matt knows, and he's gonna let you know so that everyone can know. All right, 2006 Chevy Cat-Eye, we're back on it. This will work on 4.8, 5.3, 6.0, 1999, 2007. You want Iridium spark plugs for these trucks. They might be a little bit more, but they last twice as long. Now, when they go and look up the part in the computer, you're just gonna see it says platinum. They say, oh, wait a second, all we see is platinum. We don't got Iridiums for that 99 to 2007 Chevy truck. Okay, here's the part number. You want ACDelco Iridium 41-162. That is the latest part. The old part number was 41-110. Don't use that one. The -162 is the latest. Now, when you give them that number, they're gonna say, okay, here we got them. Go grab them, check them with your old spark plugs, make sure they're the same length before you get them installed. Don't gap them, they're pre-gapped from the factory. Get them swapped out, and you're good to go. Hey man, I need some spark plugs. All right, what truck do you got? 2006 Chevy Silverado 1500 4.8 V8. All right, let's take a look at it here, see what we got. Yes sir, spark plugs. It's looking like platinum right there, platinum. Let me go grab you the platinum spark plugs. Platinum, no, wait. Matt Shop said to get Iridium spark plugs. Well, sir, I'm not seeing Iridium spark plugs in the system right here in front of me, so I'm gonna have to get you some platinum plugs. And who is Matt Shop? He's like the best Chevy YouTuber ever. You what? You said you needed some spark plugs. All right, dude, look. Here's the part number, 41-162. Okay. Oh, there it is. We got them. I'm gonna go grab them for you. It had never come up underneath your truck. I had never seen that before, but you're sure they'll run. This Matt guy, he's telling you he knows they'll work and they'll run, so I run them. All right, here's some spark plugs. Let's take a look at them here. So these are original spark plugs for these trucks. This is NGK. You can see the part number right there. It is a really weird number, but this is a platinum plug. And fun fact, the 41-110s were made in Japan. They say that NGK made those spark plugs. So here is a 41-985. This is a platinum plug. ACDelco. This is probably what they're going to look up at the parts store. We don't want that one. Same deal. Here's an NGK. Same. That's a platinum. Here we go. Here's an ACDelco 6, whatever that is. Copper plug. Don't buy your copper plugs for these trucks because they don't last long. You can see it's just a regular copper electrode. Not going to cut it. Not going to last very long. Not going to last very many miles. We don't want platinum. We don't want copper. We don't want double platinum. We want the best. But the Iridiums are better than all of these. They last longer than all of these. The platinums are like, what do they say, 50, 60,000 miles. Iridiums, you get 100,000 miles or more on these trucks. Trust me, they work. But I got the box right here, Iridium spark plugs. There you go. There's the number right there, 194170554 4 in the box, 41-162. These are the ones you want. This is the latest spec for these GMT 800 trucks. And now in these Iridium spark plugs, do not gap them. When you get them from the factory, they're going to be gapped to 0.040 inches. You want them to all read that. If they're gapped wrong, go take them back, get you a new set. They don't want you re-gapping these. They are pre-gapped from the factory. All right, so somewhere along the line, they decided that Iridium plugs weren't worth recommending for these GMT 800 trucks. 1999 to 2007, they said, you know what? These trucks aren't really gonna go past 100,000 miles. They didn't think your truck was gonna make it much longer. So they said, you know, it's not worth it recommending Iridium plugs. We're just gonna recommend platinum plugs. And then when you go to look it up on the computer, that's all that comes up is platinum plugs. You can't find the Iridium plugs for it until now. If you know, you know. It's in some manuals, it's online, you know, you gotta know the trick. But now all of y'all know that you can get away with Iridium plugs for these trucks. It was like a GM service bulletin. We're gonna supersede the Iridium plugs for platinum plugs. Why? well, they cost twice as much, so we're just not gonna wreck them anymore. Those trucks are old, you know, that kind of thing. So we got 4.8, 5.3, 6.0, possibly the 8.1. Those are more rare. I haven't worked on as many of the 8.1s. Somebody let me know in the comments below. This trick will work on the 8.1s, but I know 100% for sure this will work on 4.8, 5.3, 6.0, 1999, 2007. You know, flex fuel, all that kind of stuff, you know, causes problems with different things on the engine, you know, different fuel pumps, stuff like that, different options can cause you different configurations. But these spark plugs should work regardless of any of that other stuff, you know, 41-110, 41-162. Honestly, the 41-162 is what you want at this point. All the other parts are old. I wouldn't fool with them anymore. So for these trucks, it was even shown in the manual at one point in time, recommended 41-110, you know, 41-985 platinum. Guys got a lot of confusion over that. What do I run? What do I run? What do I run? What do I run? And turns out, platinum cheaper, iridium better, you know. Might as well run the best in your truck, especially if you're doing work with it. In my mind, I don't want to fool with platinum. I don't want to fool with double platinum. I don't want to fool with copper. You know, if I'm towing and doing work, give me the iridiums and I'll be good to go for 100K miles and we don't got to worry about it. So always make sure to check the length. I always check the length. Make sure they're not too long, you know, because these spark plugs, you have to quadruple check the part number since you're giving it to them and it's not just looking it up in the computer, right? So 41-162, make sure it's not, you know, 41-160, I don't know, you know, you have to quadruple check it and even check the spark plug to make sure you got the right ones before you get them installed. Some of these are longer, they might damage your engine. You got to get the exact right part number, 41-162. So I got the 41-110s in this truck because I changed these plugs a long time ago before they updated it, before I knew about it. And then when we went through and replaced the motor in this abandoned Chevy Avalanche because it sat on a farm for 6 years abandoned, got the motor out, I put the 41-162s in this, running great, no problems at all. Basically the same performance between the two. Haven't really noticed any difference between 41-162 and 41-110, but you know, it's just a spec. They say the 41-162s updated, better than this, MPGs. What are you gonna notice? 0.1 MPG difference? I mean, come on. They're the same plug effectively. So the whole point of this trick is we don't care how old the truck is. We want the best performance. We don't care how much the plugs cost. We want iridium. We want them to last 100,000 miles. We want the best mile per gallon. You know, we want the best performance, the best horsepower. We want the best. So we're going to get the best. Iridium, that's the best you can do on these trucks. There's the part number. Get in there, get them, and don't worry about your plugs anymore for 100,000 miles. So if you're changing out the spark plugs on these trucks down in here, get you some new spark plug wires while you're at it. ACDelco, I'll show you the part numbers of those. Get in there, get them. These last 100K miles too. With those iridiums, you should be able to get 100K miles out of this. And the spark plugs, get them changed out while you're in there, man. Get that thing fixed up. You should be good to go for years and years and years. Probably the rest of the life that you're gonna own a vehicle. I mean, you know. All right, so plug wires, ACDelco. I write my warranties on the box. 9748HH, those are the longer ones. GG or shorter. It depends what coils you have. Some of these trucks have round coils. Some of these trucks have square coils. Come over here. It's a Delphi box here. Now these are shorter too. Some of the trucks, they don't have ACDelco part numbers. Not sure why that is. You gotta get the Delphi ones, but hey, they work. Same thing. So you see we got an 06 right here. We got square coils down in there on the 06. These plug wires are longer. We're gonna come over to the formerly abandoned Chevy Avalanche, and of course we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna see what those coils are looking like. I already know they're round coils, but you know, I figured I'd show y'all. See, there you go. Those are round coils right there. And what do you know? Those spark plug wires are shorter for sure. So you just gotta look at the coils up here, see what you got. So, you know, round coils, short wires, square coils, long wires. Just depends. It's an 02 Vortec V8. Boom. So here's the wires right here. Different length, different wires. Square coil right here, longer. Then we got that shorter coil wire right there for the round coil. Here we go. Just gotta take a look, know what you're looking at before you get them off. And yes, you read it right. Some of these plug wires have lifetime warranties. You can swap them out after 100,000 miles. But the plugs themselves for these trucks, I believe the Iridium ones have like a 7-year warranty. So the plugs aren't lifetime, but the wires are lifetime. So, you know, you run into a bit of a conundrum there, but they are warranted parts. Keep that in mind too. So that's it for the video. Basically, the trick is the computer doesn't pull up the part number because it was removed from the system because they want you to buy platinum instead of Iridium. Got to manually give them the Iridium part number. Once you do, get them installed in your truck. You should be good to go for, you know, the life of the vehicle or the engine. Because, you know, if you got 200,000, 300,000 miles on that truck, you know, Iridium's ought to last you until, you know, it's time to get a new truck. Drop me a huge thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe because I got many more Chevy truck tips for you in the future. Later.